Hi all, my name is Vladimir, you're watching the BimDoc channel. In today's video I'm going to tell you about how to determine does your BMW has Wi-Fi antenna or not, and also how to install that in case you don't have it. Let's go. For your convenience, I have created timecode in that video so you can go exactly to the information that you're looking for, not wasting any of your time. That video is addition to my summer's video where I'm talking about how to install CarPlay by yourself. The process is full automated. It will take you around like maybe 20 minutes to install. It's real straightforward. Make sure to see my previous video. The main three parts of that video will be: the first one, what is Wi-Fi antenna and why it's needed; the second one, how to determine do you have it or not; and the third one, how to install it if you don't have it. So what is Wi-Fi antenna? Basically, it's a regular antenna that is used by your BMW, more precisely by the head unit of your BMW, to communicate with the device of your choice, for example with iPhone or with the Android device for the screen mirroring. Without Wi-Fi antenna, you will be unable to connect to your car with your iPhone using the CarPlay. Or even if you will be able to connect without antenna, your connection will be like really disrupted and not stable at all. That's why Wi-Fi antenna is highly needed. There are two types of Wi-Fi antennas. The BMW original antennas, they look like that one, and Chinese clones. What is the main difference between the original BMW Wi-Fi antenna and Chinese clones? I have tested all of them. Basically, they both work. Chinese clone is way cheaper than the original antenna, but you might receive the error with that antenna. Basically, the antenna will work. I have tested that, no worries. But if you make the diagnostics to a car with the diagnostic software like e-sys, you will receive an error that there's some problem with Wi-Fi antenna. Actually, the antenna is working, but you just will have a problem with diagnostics. It does not affect the productivity of that antenna, so it works. But if you prefer that your car will stay green and fine and tuned and no problems with that, so in that case you have to use original BMW antenna. Both of those antennas, they can be purchased, for example, from eBay or Amazon. So just type in that search word like BMW Wi-Fi antenna and choose one of those, either clone or original antenna. Choice is yours. Now it's time for the part 2. You have probably noticed I'm not in the car anymore, I'm at home. And yes, that's the easiest way how you can check if you have Wi-Fi antenna built into your car or not. Basically, what do you need to know? You have to use your Timecode to decode it and see what options are already pre-installed from the factory. How can you do that? Let's go to the computer and see that. If you are a more advanced user and you know how to use e-sys for BMW, basically you can read out all that you have in your car. Basically you can see all those special options and so on. And you can use also Timecode from there. If not, then just use your vehicle Timecode. Basically, what you're looking for, you need to have two options in your car. That's either 6CP, Charlie Papa, or 6WD, Whiskey Delta. Either one of those or both of those. 6CP is CarPlay preparation from the factory. It means that factory will pre-install the Wi-Fi antenna for you. And 6W Delta is Wi-Fi hotspot. If you have one of those options, it means you have the Wi-Fi antenna installed and you are good to go. How to decode your Timecode? Basically, what do you need to know? You have to know your Timecode. It's 17-digit special code, vehicle identification number you can use. Just copy that or type in. Next step you'll need to do, open your browser and in the Google search type in the next keywords like BMW Vim decoder and press search. There will be opened up the whole bunch of those different websites that provide you opportunity to look into a Timecode. The problem with those is that they are constantly banned. That's the reason why I'm not recommending any of those. Use only that. Basically, one day the IM decoder works, the second day Beamer works, the third day another works, the fourth day the first one will be banned, and so on. So just use the Google and try a couple of those. For better illustration, let's use the first one, BMW Vim decoder. Just open that. It asks you for your 17-digit Timecode. Just paste it there and press submit. It will definitely ask all those chapter and all that nice stuff, a lot of advertisements. Why? Because it's free. If you use not public but paid resources, then there will be like no advertisement, anything, but you have to pay money for that. That's the option how to make it for free. So chapter is solved, and here you can see my vehicle. That's exactly the same vehicle we will be working on today. That's my BMW 3 Series. And the things that we're looking for, basically, we have to go to the section called multimedia. It's everything that starts with 6. And we can see there, okay, it has 606. Actually, that's navigation system business. It's not even MBT EVO. That's because my vehicle came from factory with that. I have retrofitted MBT EVO by myself. So that's why I don't look for that. Basically, you should have 609 there. It means navigation system professional. And those options I'm looking for, like 6 Charlie Papa, actually you can see they're all in alphabetical order. There's 6 Alpha Echo and no Charlie Papa, neither 6 Whiskey Delta, no hotspot. Basically, my car was not equipped with Wi-Fi antenna before. So that's how easy it is. Just decode the VIN code and see, do you have that option or not. Now it's a good time to go back to the vehicle and see how you can install the antenna, where it goes, and all those small nuances. Let's go. For better understanding, I'll show you exactly how to disassemble your BMW to get out your head unit and see where exactly the antenna goes. As an example, I will use my BMW 3 Series. Basically, that's F-Series car produced in 2016. If you have any other car, for example G-Series, G30, G05, whatever you have, basically, actually the procedure will be exactly the same. MBT EVO will look exactly the same. All the plugs behind that head unit will be exactly the same. The only thing that will be different is the disassembling and taking out the head unit. If you have problems with that, just Google, basically type in your BMW model and just type search word like disassemble head unit, and I'm more than sure that on YouTube or Google you will find exact manuals exactly for your model how to take it out. The procedure is just straightforward. After installing the antenna, you don't need to do any coding. Basically, the installation of antenna is just plug and play. You plug in and forget about that, it will work. The tools that we will need for that operation, basically some plastic tools in order to disassemble some parts of your BMW in order to get to the head unit, and also you'll need a screwdriver and some torques. Taking out the head unit will be very similar on BMWs. Basically, you need to disassemble that part. For that you will need to use any whatever like plastic thing to knock it out, and also that panel. Behind that panel, MBT EVO is inside. MBT EVO is fixed with 4 times torque screws. Basically, you screw them out and you can take out the head unit. Let's make the job. It's way more convenient to make the job from the passenger side. That's why I recommend you to switch the sides. Basically, you take whatever tool, you go to that place, and just with using a bit of force from one side, from another side, basically you're starting taking that part out. And that's it. You have seen how easy it was. There will be a couple plugs depending on your equipment. You just unplug those. There will be several plugs. Basically, in my case, there are 2 of those. Basically, the ones that are going to different buttons. The amount of the plugs might depend on your vehicle equipment, but you don't need that part anymore. You can take that away. Next, there are 2 screws. They are Torx. You will need T20 Torx screwdriver. Just unscrew them. When you have unscrewed those 2 screws, there will be 2 more down there. Basically, just take away that part, and then 2 more screws. So the climate panel is held by in total 4 screws. Take them away. Also, there will be another plug. Unplug that also, and put away the climate panel. You will not need that. And here is our MBT EVO. Actually, before that I told that it will be screwed with 4 times screws. Actually, it's screwed by 2 screws. The same Torx, T20. And take out your MBT EVO head unit. It's always a good idea to put something between the head unit and your car in order not to damage your BMW. And basically here it is, the back side of our InVitivo head unit. As you can see, there are different plugs, and actually there is already written what the plug is. That basically that goes for the screen, that goes to USB, and basically that's, as you can see, the Bluetooth antenna, and the one with the purple one, it's VLAN, or that's the Wi-Fi. So basically that's exactly the plug you are looking for. Let's take it out and see how it looks like. So in your case, if you don't have any Wi-Fi antenna, basically the one purple plug, you can see VLAN is written there. So that's the correct plug to plug in the Wi-Fi antenna. So that's my Wi-Fi antenna. As you can see, I'm using the original BMW antenna, and the reason for that is I prefer that my car is always well maintained and it has no errors like at all. I also have used the Chinese clone antenna. That was the first antenna I installed. It was working fine, as I told before, but I just prefer my car to work like perfectly. What is the right place for placing the Wi-Fi antenna? Basically, you can use your Wi-Fi antenna and bury that somewhere behind the head unit. It will work perfectly fine. If you want to make exactly as BMW does, basically you have to take out that middle part also and behind the head unit and stay that Wi-Fi antenna to be somewhere in the middle of the vehicle. But burying that behind the head unit will work perfectly fine, just believe me. Now it's time to put all the parts back together. I will just fast forward that process, but basically there is nothing difficult about that. And job is done. And that's it. In this video you have seen how to determine to have Wi-Fi antenna, and also how to install that and how to disassemble and where to put that. If you like that video, press like. If you did not like, press dislike. Definitely make sure to subscribe and share my videos. Thank you. See you again.